Let's watch this. This is dedicated to the global black community.
And in Africa, you know what they have? They have ancestral worship. What? We don't let dead stuff go. We honor it. We worship it.
Let me get that.
Abraham, our Holy Father, Yitzchak, his son, our father as well, and Yaakov. 3 names.
Are the people this guy is mentioning alive? No. Is he a black guy? No. Is he an authentic Israelite by bloodline? No. He's a converted Ashkenazi Jew.
Yaakov is the father of the 12 tribes, named Israel later on.
Those of you still believe in white Israel, please ask them to show us where the other 11 tribes and tell us how many tribes are in Israel.
An amazing point, the names of our ancestors.
In Africa, you know what they have? They have ancestral worship.
Oh God of Abraham.
As you address your congregation, it's clear that you have no clue of African traditional religion and also of what Christianity is all about. Because if you're to observe Christianity from an African perspective and vice versa, you'd come to the realization that there are lots and lots of similarities. But I can safely assume that you've not made that observation, because if you had, you'd not be spewing out all this nonsense. The only difference between Christian ancestral veneration and African ancestral veneration is hypocrisy. In Christianity, you bash other people who try to venerate their ancestors, while you find an excuse to venerate your ancestors by calling them saints, like Saint Thomas, Saint Nicholas. But when we do so, apparently you want to say it is ancestral worship. You should differentiate between ancestral veneration and ancestral worship before coming and trying to lecture us on what we are doing and practicing. There are lots of similarities between Christianity and the African traditional religion, but just to mention a few. From the pouring of libation to the veneration of ancestors, it is common in Christianity as well as in African traditional religion, but mainly in Catholics, Christian Catholics. They are mostly known for the veneration of those who came before them. But what perturbs me most is the fact that you have not come to the realization that your ancestors are not necessarily evil. Because if they were, then why does God in Exodus chapter 3 verse 6 find it necessary to associate himself with the patriarchs of the Israelites? It's also funny because some may say that that is the Old Testament, but why does the New Testament say that your bodies are the temples of God? Then, if you venerate your ancestors and pray, channeling your prayers through them, not to them, through them to God, is that something that you can say is a crime? Are you worshiping them? Yet the Bible clearly says that your bodies are the temples of God. I mean, the hypocrisy is clearly evident. Just look at the transfiguration of Jesus Christ, for instance. Why then does Moses and Elijah have to appear to Jesus Christ if ancestors are necessarily an evil thing? Also, the ancestors who existed before you, are they not a testimony towards the existence of God in the former times, as their bodies were, as yours are, the temples of God today? Because they are people who came before you, and you are as a result of their existence. And they are as part of you as you are part of them. So if you are to say that necessarily your ancestors are a bad entity, or mentioning them during prayers is something that should be a taboo, then your entire existence is also something that is a taboo too, because you are a continuation of them, biologically speaking, spiritually speaking, genetically, in any way you want to put it. So this is ignorance. And this brand of Christianity that has been brought about from the West during colonial times has only served to enhance ignorance and above all self-hatred amongst black people. For instance,
you think this image is right here? Look at this image. Who you think this is?
Who you think?
Jesus,
Who is this right here?
the devil.
as depicted, this is a clear case of self-hatred.
He said, this is Jesus and this is the devil, right? Those are his exact words. I'm asking y'all, which one resembles him?
The Europeans have sold us a Christianity that we deem ourselves as being evil, yet in reality, mention a single instance in which Africans have gone all over the world, killing, stealing, and destroying other native populations. Mentioned. But yet, they have been able to sell us a lie that we are evil. Anything that is dark or black is evil, but anything that is pink or white is good. It's very much disheartening when I see black people peddling lies and ignorance whose time has clearly eroded. Do wrong to none and honor your ancestors. Have a lovely day.